Welcome to yoga. Having the things you need, wearing comfortable clothes, and giving yourself this time to try to let go of what else is out there and happening right now, and to come in, to drop into some body and breath time to help bring gentle energy and find peace and ease. Maybe a little mood uplifting. I'm going to check in with that for myself. I have a little bit of a heavy morning, and just come as you are. Yoga meets us where we are as complete beings. Sit in a way that supports your breath and your spine. Bring ease into your shoulders. Just have a little free movement and noticing. Eyes soft or closed. Settle your shoulders on your ribs. Reach through the top of your head gently tall. Reach your arms up into the air. So start pressing down into the ground with your legs a little bit. There's some downward energy to find that upward energy, seated or standing or bridging, all those ways. So free movement of wrists and hands and fingers, all those bones and joints. Good morning or hello, whatever time it is. And one more time, breathing in when you're ready, gaze up as well, reach, ground, and then come down to the center of your chest with your hands together. Bring them in and gently lift at your sternum and feel your shoulder blades settle together and down your back. Even breathing with gentle sound through your nose. And this is only one kind of breath practice, but it does have a calming quality. It has this rhythmic quality that helps us find it and keep it in our awareness as we move through practice. Letting some space happen between the breaths, let them stretch out. One more time when you're ready, inhale again. Filling that space beneath your hands and breathing out. Low belly, reinforce that grounding and centering feeling of the exhale. Then bring your chin down towards your chest, giving the back of your neck a stretch, the base of your skull. You'll be feeling the warmth of your fingertips or whatever temperature they are as you get your forehead close to them. Their energy coming closer. Breathing in, lifting up. And release your hands. Sit up tall, breathing in. Breathe out, curling back, hold your knees. Cat spine, seated. Let your spine flex. Inhale, lift your chest. Extend your spine, the belly comes forward a little bit. This is a nice position to practice these spinal waves in that you know you're using your core strength, and then you can't overdo it as easily in cow. So the going back, and then rising up, lift your chest, reach your face towards the sun, and one more time, flex your spine. So tail curls all the way through, chin down, breathe freely. Follow an inhale, tilt your pelvis forward. Unfurl your front body and release. Bring your hands back and stretch your legs out for heart lifting pose. Pointing your toes. Settle your hands so they have a comfortable outward spin that mirrors the shoulder opening position here. Lift your face, gaze down, point your toes. 1, press your hands into the earth. 2, remember this vow to yourself to cause no harm. Ahimsa. Also, satya, to be honest with yourself about where you are. That helps you just practice where you are in your body. This is where I am today. Taking care of that body right now. And release. Come back into folded leg pose, please, and reach your arms up. Turn to the right side. Use your core strength. Turn your belly. Bring your arms down. Don't go for maximum here, but find rotation with the arms in the air. Add the hand towards the knee, and the one behind you helps you stay tall as you finish making the shape. Gentle side gaze. Relax the effort of coming into the pose. Let your belly relax a little bit so you can turn. Breathe out again. Stay. Take your hand from behind you and wrap it behind your waist so the back of the hand slips behind your waist. So less support in the twist. You see how that is? And then add a turn of your neck towards the other shoulder. 1, 2, 3, not overdoing, not underdoing. 4, 5, coordination. Let your head come back to center first. Bring the rest of your spine. Switch the cross of your legs if you can. Turning towards the other direction. Stay tall. Floating arms first. So we have a little tone in the belly, but not too much because you want to be able to turn your belly a little bit. Then reach for the knee. Bring the hand behind. Tall. Inhale. Exhale. Turn. 1, 2. Bringing peace into the body and the breath. Not maximum effort here. 1 more time. Take the hand from the ground behind you, palm back, slip it behind your waist. A little more core strength, a little more grounding. Turn just your head and neck for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back to center, releasing those actions. Then lean back, catch your shins. Big toes together, lift up, 5 breaths, balance in your boat foundation, heart lifting. Balancing on the sacrum. Low back is lifted up and into the body, long. Then right into garland pose. Bring your feet down close to your body and together. Keep holding your knees, take them even wider. You really scoop your elbows underneath to catch and hold the legs strongly. And then ease your spine forward, your head coming to look at your feet. Remember, things don't have to be perfect. Here, the inner feet try to come down, but might never come all the way down. But that's okay, that's where they are. Just an example. Lengthen your lower back gently here. That is the focus. Hips and low back. And breathe out once again. Release, please, to the back of your body. Lie down, legs straight if that's possible. If that doesn't cause strain, come on back. Doing a little bridge pose early on. Center on the back of your skull. Elbows on the ground. Palms face each other. Walk your feet in. Lengthen your neck. Breathing in. Breathing out. Find that stillness across the low belly. It's more across the front hip points. One more time. Breathe in. Fill your ribs, fill your lungs, upward energy. Breathe out, downward energy, centering below the navel, grounding. And then press into your feet. Lift up your hips towards the ceiling, relying a little less on the hands. You can still use your elbows here. 1. Keep your neck long. 3. That helps strengthen the neck to press the back of your skull into the floor. And 5, coming down slowly. You can keep some tone in your low belly, pelvic floor as well on the way in and out of a post leg bridge. And then one more for now, coming up, gathering in the low belly and the pelvic floor muscles in and up into the body, and hold them sustainably. 2, 3, let your concentration be partly on that. 4, 5, slowly bring your spine down. Spine always has the priority. Then release your arms down beside you, long neck, grounded. Breathe in. Breathe out, strong low belly. Then bring your right knee in and your left knee. So core strengthening moves here, bringing the legs in without the hands. Then wrap your knees, kind of like we were doing seated here, where you hold your knees, bring your feet together. Upward facing child's pose. 1. So just the big toes touching, knees wide. 3, 4. They don't have to be stagnant. The poses can move a little bit with the breath. Find your way in. And 5, be still. Find it facing downward. Make your way to the side or rock up and come around to face your mat with your knees wide and your big toes together. Stretch back slowly, stopping at any point. And then adding a little side body awakening. Walk your arms over to the left side to your own degree. Bring your head down. Breathe deeply. Another element of the pose bringing balance is Sthira Sukha Asanam. Sthira is strong and steady. Sukha is sweet and soft. And Asanam is poses, so bringing a nice balance of effort and ease. One more breath. Always come out of side bends with some slowness. Walk over the other way. Find that just right amount, sweet and steady. Bring your head down. Letting these introductory shapes help you find that quietness. Let your mind rest on your breath. It can take a little time to shed the running thoughts. Breathe out. Focus on your body, your breath. Inhale, return slowly to center. Spread your hands and pull yourself up into tabletop pose, walking your knees underneath your hips, grounding your feet and spreading your hands. Breathing in, breathing out. Feels different when you're facing downward. Bird dog pose, right leg back, parallel to the floor, toes point. Maybe the opposite arm. Start with a leg if you're developing this one. Try to keep your pelvis level. Find a steady gaze. 4, one more time. With your exhale, release your hand and knee to the floor. Then breathing in, the other leg up and reaches straight back. Spread that hand and then reach the other one up. Neck is long. 2, 3. Let your brain figure this out in your body. And 5. Hand down, knee down, breathing out. Pick up and come up to your knees for a moment, please. Let your hands have a little bit of a spin both directions, coming off of them. And then heading down to the Dolphin foundation on the forearms to do a calf stretch to stretch the back of the legs. So come onto your triangle of elbows and hands. Bring your right leg back, tuck the toes and keep them on the floor. Press back through your heel. Just the right amount, not causing any cramping in your foot or your lower leg, but a sweet amount of stretch. I feel a good amount of core work holding this shape in the low belly and the root of the torso. Release with a little slowness. Come to the other side, tuck your toes, put them on the ground back behind you and stretch back through your heel. 1. A little downward pressing in the arms. 1 more time. Shoulders wrap towards the heart, just like they do in downward facing dog. And release your heel and your knee. Bear pose, get your hands spread, a little head of your shoulders, tuck your toes, lift up for 5 cycles of breath, your knees 2 inches off the floor. Do so calmly. One more cycle of breath. Press back with your legs, open hands. Downward facing dog. Get your hands and feet, find your foundational points first, and then bring your head between your arms. Shoulders wrap towards the heart. Belly draws up, head goes down. Legs go back, heels go down. Sensing a broad back and chest as you press into the earth. And remember, you can bend your knees generously throughout practice as needed. I love that word for it. Generously. Take care of yourself. Breathe out one more time. Uplifted low belly. Deep bend of your knees. Get into your springing position. Look up between your hands and then straighten your legs, step forward and breathe in. Up to half lift pose. Breathe out slowly, fold towards your legs. You can always take extra breaths. Everything applies to the breath as well. Inhale, stand. So it's never forced. It is balanced. And exhale, bring your arms down by your sides. Compose yourself in mountain. 2, 3. Points of contact with the earth. Organized skeletal system. Lightly activated muscular body. And release. Slow Surya Namaskara B. with possible deviations. So bringing your hips down and back into Utkatasana, fierce pose, bending knees. Reach up your arms, breathe in. 2, hips down and back, 3, 4, open feet, 5. Fold forward towards your legs. Breathe slowly. Really breaking this one down. Chin tucks. Hands where they reach comfortably. One more breath, stretching the back body. Inhale is half lifting pose. So bring your hands up several inches. Straighten your spine and axial extension through the top of the head. Tone in the low belly, arms and legs strong. 4, Ardha Uttanasana, half extended pose. One more breath. Exhale, belly engages. Bend your knees, spread your hands, and take your legs back one at a time. Palakasana. 2, try to be straight, maybe slightly high in your hips, but never saggy. So if you're working on your knees, you might consider moving up to high hips and gradually bringing them level. And 5. Knees down, releasing your toes. Spread your hands, lift your ribs, bring your pelvis forward, upward facing dog. 2, from the knees. Tone in the low belly and pelvic floor. Doesn't have to be a big movement. And 5. Move from your center back to downward facing dog. Deep breath out. Then right leg forward. You can use your arm to bring it forward, angling your back foot, the heel in. Warrior A, standing up. Forward rib cage, downward pelvis. Bring up your arms with your hands together and bending your elbows behind your head. Resting your head back. Soft gaze. One more breath. Frame your foot, bring your leg back. Plank, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Slow breath out, just establish the pose. And then the other side, you can go back and help that foot forward if you need to, or bring your knees down. Angle the back foot, rise into the stance. Refine it here, ribs, pelvis, arms, bend. The back leg drives this pose. That arch is lifted back there. Feel your hip flexors stretching at the front. One more time. Exhale. Work your hands to the floor. Bring your leg back. Plank. Flip your feet. Or come to your knees. Upward facing dog. Include that lift of your chin. Bring your chin down. Pike up. Step in. Downward dog. 5. 4. Once you're here, your thumbs can relax from getting you into this shape. I'm finding you don't really need to use your thumbs a lot. You can let them touch gently. It's mostly that circle of the palms, the heel of the hands. Breathe out once more. Deep bend of the knees. Look forward, inhale. Jump or step forward, breathing in and come halfway up. Breathe out, fold slowly towards your legs. Tuck your chin. Press feet, firm legs. Inhale, rise. Reach. Bend your knees into Utkatasana, hands at the heart center for 1. Spreading feet. This variation helps you keep your chest a little lifted in fierce pose. 4, 5. Press your legs straight and come up. A little exploration of tree pose into eagle pose, turning out your left leg from your hip. Find a steady spot for your eyes. Consider bringing your leg up, your foot up your leg. There's some focus on that outward energy as well as the balance. Loading your tree branch, bring it up and out. If you ever need to reset, just reset. And then bringing that leg towards the front. And then wrap it around the other one, bend your knee and come into eagle. So you could bring those toes down or keep them lifted. Then taking your left elbow under the right. Hug your shoulders or bring your hands together in some way. There we go. 1. Determination, steady gazing, steady breathing. A willingness in your heart and mind to do your best and to be at peace with whatever you get done today. Breathe in, step out to 5-point star. Ease up that stance, big reach. Big inhale. Exhale, come down. And turn the other side. Tree with the toes on the floor. Medium branch or higher branch. Arms wherever you'd like. I did the palms pressing on the other side, so I'll come back to that. Floating your tree branch, so reset your foot if you need to. Bring it out to the side. Eyes on a steady spot. And then this transition with your hip towards the front. And then across. Let your bottom knee bend as well, sinking down. And now the right elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing is forced. 5. 5-pointed star on your inhale. Open it all out. Step out, reach, breathe deeply. And release. And then turning to the right side of your mat. Take wide parallel feet. And then turn to warrior B with the front leg turning out, knee bending. Reach your arms. Try to really find your range of motion in this pose today. So work your feet further apart, come down the middle. Then tall, head turns. Draw your low belly underneath your rib cage. Breathe out deeply again. Reverse warrior with the cow face arm option. Wrap the back of the waist like we did earlier with the bottom hand. The top one, elbow bends, touch your skull or lower. So both hands try to find the middle of your back body. Try to find your spine or the back of your head. 4, hold steady in the foundation. 5, return your arms to warrior B. Your spine neutralizes. Extended side angle, lean and reach. Maybe bringing that back foot in a little closer so you can reach out. Fingers gather together. One more time, concentrating the energy of the pose. Return last one to warrior B. Spread your fingers. Relax your arms and come out. To the back of your mat, warrior B. Nice long stance, whatever that is for you today. Really find that space between your feet, facing the side with your torso and pelvis. Bring your arms up, turn your head. Scan your body and then hold steady. The fingers gather together in this pose as well, gently. Five. Reverse warrior. Lean back a little bit. Work the shoulders into cow face of your choice. Nice and gently, just warming up the shoulders. Strong legs and feet. One more breath. Warrior B. Lean and reach. 1, 2, 3. Let your toes spread. Don't grip your feet. 5. One more time, warrior B. This time, spread your fingers a moment. Just feel that different energy. Gather them back together and release back to wide parallel stance. Refining that, reach your arms again, breathe in. Interlace behind the back, so little thumbs down and back to get the hands together. Shoulder blades gently together. Right ear, right shoulder. 5 breaths. Ankle strengthening, grounding. Low belly, gently hugging towards the spine. One more exhale. Really try to stretch that upper trapezius, side of the neck. With slowness, come back up to center and stretch out your arms, breathing in. The other interlace, so thumbs down and back to get the shoulders together. It can be nice to just do the regular way and then switch the index fingers and thumbs, and it lines up the other direction. Shoulder blades together and down, not too much. Left ear, left shoulder. Just the right amount. Focus on that neck release. And just let your legs be there. Be strong and open. 5. Head back to center, releasing your arms. Bring your toes out. Come back down the midline. Once you're in goddess, make sure your knees track towards your toes and not collapsing inward. That's something we want to avoid here. So change your feet, change your hips as needed. Find your goddess, also don't fall backwards. And then the front of the neck, catch your chest, rib cage with your hands firmly. Feel how strong that part of your body is. Then lift up your chin, gaze down. Hold firmly, move your head over towards the right side a little bit. Move your chin over towards the left. Breathe a time or two. Back to center, lift your chin one more time. Straighten your legs, bring your chin down. And release your arms out, breathe in. Breathe out. And come out of the shape. Back to the top of your mat. Finishing up standing with Parsvottanasana. So intense side stretching pose. With your right leg, go back a step, angling in the heel. But this time, like warrior A, but this time the knee doesn't bend, the legs stay straight. Reach your arms out, Palms back, thumbs down, and then reach back. Come together low and work into your own palms pressing variation. So it might be knuckles, could be holding on to the opposite arm. Work your way up your spine towards palms pressing behind your back. Let be where you are with that. I've heard great things about how it develops over time. Then breathe in. Lift your chest, lift your face, little extension. Breathe out slowly, fold forward. Bowing at the hips to look at your big toe. Elbows lift gently. No strain in the shoulders. Spread feet. 1. Forehead curious about the shin. Balancing. 4, 5. Inhale, rise. Use both legs, spread the feet. Stargaze. Keep the arms and change to the other side with the legs. Of course, you can refine all of it once you get here. Forward facing, straight leg stand. Then inhale. Exhale, fold slowly. Start with the big toe. Check in with your shoulders. Maybe come forward more. Spread feet. One more time. Breathe out. The name of the pose talks about how strong it is. Come up, firm your legs, determination, heart lift, and release. Be nice to give the wrists a little bit of movement after that big stretch of the wrists. If you do the hands coming together, release. Catching your front hip points with your hands. Exhale, fold forward into Uttanasana, extended pose, forward fold. Your favorite. Elbow holding lets the shoulders relax out of the body. Tuck your chin. Breathe. It's okay to let the breath move you a little bit, to rock you. Release any extra effort. Just let yourself be calm and stretched. One more breath. Bring your hands down. Walk back. Spread your hands, downward dog. Taking dolphin, front down dog if that's available. So if you can do side plank with one arm for a moment, you can probably transition to your forearm, or possibly. So it's fine to bend your knees. It's also fine to bring your knees down. But come back to that triangle of elbows, wide, hands together. Maybe refine your feet so you're on the balls of your feet. Press down into your forearms. Nice uplift in your low belly. 3, 4, 5. With your right foot, step back, then your left. Lower your hips, lift your head. Again, hips can be a little high for forearm plank. On their way to flat. 2, 3, press down, long spine. And 5, lower down to your belly, releasing your toes. Rock your pelvis side to side, round your feet, legs, hands, maybe your nose. Find the center. So pelvis forward, ground your legs, lift your spine and your face a little bit off the floor. And then if it's available, lifting your hands in cobra. 1, If it's too much strain, bring your hands down. You don't have to lift high. Learning to use your lower body here to support this extension. And 5, relax, shake it out a little bit. And then this time, working your legs all the way together. If they're not together, pull your hands under your shoulders and lift up using your hands, using your legs. Cobra is more about lengthening. At least this version is. I'm going to stop. Lengthen the front body line. That is true. One more time. And come down, relax. Nice to follow it with half frog pose to the left side, bringing your leg up beside you. You can turn out that foot like in full frog if you want to. You can also curl over in that direction, taking about 8 breaths with muscles relaxing. Grounding yourself. Eyes can rest. Eight. With some slowness, come back to center. And then exploring the other side, stay mostly on your belly, bring your leg out beside you. So lift your knee up towards your waist. Excuse me. And then maybe get the inside edge of your foot on the floor. And like the floor is a little hard, but it's not painful. So learn to just do what you need to do to take care of yourself. Keep it simple where possible. Turn your head a bit, maybe curl that way. Relax your muscles. 8, 7. Low belly relaxing, pelvic floor relaxing. Eyes, jaw. Slowly cycle the breath through one more time. And make your return to center. Pushing down into your forearms to come off your belly and walk in. Bringing your knees down together, if possible, or close together as they'll come, and sitting back towards your heels in a child's pose variation. Forehead towards the shins, towards the knees. Breathe out one more time. Then if it works in your body to come up and sit on your heels, if this shape doesn't work for you, it's okay to switch to another foundation at this point. So I'm not in hero, not sitting between my heels. I'm sitting on my heels. Finding a foundation that works for your body. So the focus can be on cow face pose. So looking at this one, bringing your right arm up and back in space a little bit. Bend your elbow, just try to clear the back of your head with your arm to touch the back of your body at your midline or towards it. If you'd like to offer the assist with the other arm for a couple of breaths, lift your whole ribs, get that reach. Release the assist. That bottom arm does like Parshvo, where you reach back with your palms facing back. Bend your elbow, try to clear your body and come up the midline. They seek each other, but they don't have to meet. Then lift the plane of your face. 1, go Mukasana. Go cow. Mukha face. I think it's about the cow's ears, best I can determine. Release your arms and the very much revered cow in the culture. Gomukhasana, second side. Up and back, open the chest, clear your head, come down. Stay optional to add the lift of the ribs and that assist, not putting any pressure on your neck. Release the assisting arm, like you're going to bring your palms together behind your back, work back, come up from below, up the midline. Curious, maybe your middle fingers touch each other, something like that eventually. Lift the chest, lift the face. No pressure on your neck and head. One more time, breathe, just letting your breath open up the body in this way. Work your shoulders out with awareness one at a time. Breathe deeply. Coming through to sit, possibly on a folded blanket. Option to, yeah, it's not vinyasa. Just come and sit. Release your legs. So Marichyasana. Doing a little sit refining here, finding sitting bones. Feel that bottom of your pelvis, find center. Tuck your chin, bring your toes back. Breathe steadily. And relax, lift your head. Bring your right knee in. You want some space between your leg and between your legs. So work that leg in as close as you can, like you're gonna stand up on that foot. Then sit tall and turn. Remember earlier practice doing a seated twist. Tall spine, hand behind you helps you stay tall. After a few breaths, if it works in your body to bring that arm across in some way, you can do so. I'm going to stick with the hold for today for my shoulder. So if you want to come to the outside and face your palm out, that is okay. It's okay for the knee to come in a little bit. Hopefully you just stayed in a nice spot for yourself and breathe that whole time. Breathing out one more time. Trying not to overly complicate things. Back to center. Stretch out. Tuck your chin. Draw your toes back. Learning to sit with your legs outstretched. Dandasana, staff pose. Breathe out once more. Lift your chin. Relax your feet. Marichi, C, other side. So use the outstretched leg. Bring the other foot in. Sit up tall. Then turn towards the bent knee. Hand behind, tall spine. Other arm wraps or comes to the outside. Remember to take away any effort you don't need. One more time. Mid-back rotation. Seated balance. And release, coming back to center. Pull your feet in together for Baddha Konasana. Again, the sitting bones, finding the center between them. Hold your ankles or your big toes in a basket. Sit up tall, breathing in. Relax your knees towards the floor. Relax your inner legs. Close your eyes. Maybe let your butterfly wings do a little movement to help soften. And then breathe out, tilt forward, bring your heart towards your feet, letting your feet open like a book. for one. Your arms can rest gently on your legs to help soften them and release the inner leg tension. Breathe again deeply. One more time. Range of motion. Sometimes there's a little more space there at that last breath, and then follow the inhale to come up. Exhale, bring your knees together. Lying back to finish. Figure four pose, coming to the outer hip stretch on the back of the body. Crossing one ankle above the other knee. Organize your spine. You can use the pillow. Maybe bring your legs in closer to stretch the outer line of that top leg that's crossing. So across your seat, piriformis stretch. Also the IT band. The outer side of your lower leg as well. Slow down your breathing. Soften your eyes and your toes. And 8, the low belly engages as you lower legs if they're lifted. Guide that top knee in towards your chest and stretch the bottom leg out if that works for you, pointing your toes. Ankle pumps with your folded leg. Supta Padangusthasana. Extend your leg up into the air, wide thumbs, fingers woven. Point both sets of toes, stretch the legs away from each other. Breathe in, rib cage. Breathe out, low belly still. Lift up with your low belly and your arms, not using your neck. The outstretched leg grounding, reaching. One more time. And bringing your head down, long neck. Switching to the figure four pose on the other side. Take the time you need to come in to refine, find the right amount of space. Hands grounded, holding the legs or resting on them. Inhaling slowly. Exhaling slowly. Really let the breath stretch out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lower your legs. Bring your knee towards your chest. Stretch the other leg out. Point the toes. Ankle pumps. Some gentle gathering in of the low belly and the pelvic floor. Those lower bandhas. Upward flying and root. Then Supta Padangusthasana, reclining big toe foot pose. Weave, extend, point both sets of toes. Breathe in, breathe out, low belly. Lift if possible. Try not to use your neck at all. Use your arms, legs, belly. Not holding back, not forcing. One more breath. Ease your head down, long neck. Bringing the leg from the floor into happy baby with your feet up towards the ceiling. Relax your feet and hug your knees in on your way down, just stretching out your legs. Breathing in, squeeze your hands and toes. Breathing out, let go of all effort in the body. Let your breath slow way down, do its own thing. Releasing your jaw so your mouth is a little bit open. Shoulders down. Relax with your breathing. I place on the altar of dawn the quiet loyalty of breath, the tent of thought where I shelter, waves of desire I am shore to, and all beauty drawn to the eye. May my mind come alive today to the invisible geography that invites me to new frontiers, to break the dead shell of yesterdays, to risk being disturbed and changed. May I have the courage today to live the life I would love, to postpone my dream no longer, but do at last what I came here for, and waste my heart on fear no more. Breathing in, stretch your arms along your ears. Breathing out, curl to one side, bending your knees and resting to that side for a moment. Few cycles of breath as a transition from resting. A mindful return to upright spine. Cross legs or back to the heel sit, little thunderbolt pose. Finishing with thunderbolt gesture. Thumbs wide, fingers woven, unshakable courage across the heart. Breathing in. Palms slip back together. Gratitude. Thank you for joining me for this practice. These explorations. Gratefully receive all benefits. Share them with the whole world. And go get a glass of water. Thank you for coming.